What's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Papa JT, and I'm coming at you with a Miami Hurricanes weekly news video. I'm going to be getting into the Kelly Bryant, how we reached out to him, and the recent decommits that we have had in recruiting this past 2 weeks, and also how we can make a probable run to the ACC Championship. So make sure to like the video and subscribe, and let's get into it. So first, the Kelly Bryant news. So it's been reported by several Miami Hurricane websites. The story was first reported by 247.com that the Miami Hurricanes have reached out to Kelly Bryant. Reached out, not saying we're recruiting him, but we reached out to him. Kelly Bryant has passed for 3,338 passing yards, 16 passing touchdowns. He has a 66% completion percentage along with 10 interceptions. And he also has 987 rushing yards and 16 rushing touchdowns throughout his career with Clemson. So I'm not really sold on him coming to the University of Miami if we do indeed offer him a chance to come to the University of Miami, because it just doesn't make sense. Now, Mark Richt didn't deny this, and he didn't say this was true. He just said we're always looking to acquire more talent. Kelly Bryant isn't an upgrade at all. He's basically Malik Rozier 2.0, but bigger, faster, and stronger. The completion percentage is a complete lie. Any Clemson fan can tell you that Kelly Bryant is not an accurate passer. He has a good arm, a better arm than what Malik has, but he's not an accurate downfield passer. Any Clemson fan will tell you that. On his three-step drops, the ball never comes out when it's supposed to. He doesn't make a lot of good reads. He doesn't even go through all his progressions. He only goes through one read, and then he either runs the ball or he does something crazy. And any Clemson fan can tell you that. You don't really have to go far. Just look up some Clemson versus Alabama highlights from last year's college football playoffs, and just go down to the comment section. You'll see a whole bunch of people bashing Kelly Bryant's passing ability. So I don't really think this will be a good move. I believe we should either go with Nkosi or Jaron Williams. We have a walk-on named Augie DiBiase, who I know about because he played for Rains High School, which is in the city that I live in. I think he would be a solid third string. I feel we should give him a shot. So I don't think we need Kelly Bryant on the team, and it doesn't make sense because he's just Malik Rozier 2.0. It's not really an upgrade. So now it's time to get to the more news, more decommitment. So the past 2 weeks we have lost two recruits that have decommitted from us and flipped to other schools. The first one being Cornelius Nun, who has committed to us. I think he committed to us in October, and now he flipped his commitment a few days ago to the University of Syracuse. Now this is a big blow for us because if you guys know that our whole secondary is basically filled with seniors or NFL draft prospects, and most of our secondary is seniors, and they're all going to the NFL draft. A lot of them are going to be drafted in the first and second rounds, respectively. And this is a big blow to us. Not only is it a big blow, but we lost a Miami guy. We are located in Miami, and we're losing Miami guys. That's very, very discouraging. Like I said a few days ago on one of my live videos, I said Miami, we're going to be straight recruiting wise, because as long as we get at least 60% of the good Miami players that's in the city of Miami, will be, because Miami has the most players on NFL rosters, or have been on NFL rosters, than any other state in Florida. So it's imperative that we get these Miami guys, because how can we call ourselves the University of Miami and we can't even get nobody from the city of Miami? So we need to do better. We need to step it up. It's very, very crucial that we get some more guys in the secondary, offensive linemen. We have a pretty good class of offensive linemen coming in. I'm very confident in the 2019 offensive line class. I feel we're doing a good job. We need to add a little bit more, but I think we did a good job. The secondary, I'm not very confident in what we have recruited in when it comes to the secondary. And losing Cornelius Nun is a big worry. All Miami Hurricane fans should be worried that this guy decommitted and went to Syracuse. He didn't go to Alabama. He didn't go to LSU. This guy went to Syracuse. Out of all schools, and this is hometown. So this is a big blow for us. And also we lost Marcus Crowley. Now, not as a big blow as the previous guy, but a pretty solid blow because he is a good running back. Despite what the stars say, he's a 4-star prospect in my opinion. He's rushed for over 1,300 yards for Trinity Christian, and the guy is a monster. And he's not an outside linebacker, he's a running back. But he went to Ohio State. It makes sense because he has a good chance of early playing time. J.K. Dobbins and the other running back are most likely going to declare for the NFL draft. And they're going to be drafted pretty high. I believe J.K. Dobbins is going to be drafted in the 2nd round. And the other Ohio State running back is probably going to go in the 4th or 5th rounds. So he has a chance to get early playing time. I knew he was going to decommit. I'm not really shocked. I'm just a little surprised that he chose Ohio State. But it kind of makes sense why he chose Ohio State for the reasons I explained earlier. So those are the 2 decommits that we have lost over the past 2 weeks. And I hope we don't have any more decommits coming. And now it's time for the final segment of the Miami Hurricanes Weekly News. How we can get to the ACC Championship. Now, a lot of you Miami fans, I see you guys type in the comment section, why in God's name do we want to go to the ACC Championship so we can lose to Clemson? Well, that is a good point. But look at it this way. It's college football. A lot of upsets can happen. And God, if Malik Rozier is still the starting quarterback, let's just hope this guy has something in him that he wants to go out on top in a championship environment, and he has the game of his life. Or N'Kosi Perry just balls out, which I expect. But this Clemson defense is very good. The defensive line is going to dominate our offensive line, so I don't think we have a chance to win that game. But anything can happen. We just got to get there. And even if we do get blown out, the fact that we get there is going to help us in the recruiting. So it's very imperative that we get here. For us to get here, we have to win out. We also got to have Virginia Tech beat Pittsburgh, which should happen. Clemson has to beat Duke. That can also happen. And Virginia Tech has to beat Virginia. So that also can happen because Virginia lost to Pitt last week. So I believe these 4 things can happen. I believe that we can win out. We don't really play nobody too scary. Virginia Tech lost their starting quarterback. So I have a good feeling that we can beat them. And this could possibly happen. So Miami, Virginia Tech, Pittsburgh, and the University of Virginia will all be 5-3, and Pitt and the University of Virginia would be eliminated with a 1-2 round robin. And the University of Miami, Virginia Tech would be 2-1, and Miami will win the tiebreaker with Virginia Tech because we would have beaten them head-to-head if we went out. So this is how we can make it to the ACC Championship. I want us to make it to the ACC Championship. Even if we have a good chance of getting blown out, it just helps recruiting and it just helps morale because we can be like, we had a terrible season with our expectations, but we found a way to right the ship late in the season and make it to the ACC Championship for a 2nd year in a row. And that will make us have a lot of confidence going into a bowl game and going into next season. So let me know what you guys think about the recent news down in the comment section below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe.